another finish, and I'll go over single leg finish. So now, there's a few options on the single leg finish, and it's all kind of depends on how the opponent is kind of giving us the feel. So we can either go and finish with our hands locked, or we can kind of go split. It's a split grip finish. So for the first one, I'll go split grip finish. So he's facing me, right? We want a single leg. A lot of times when we shoot a single leg, they sprawl on us, right? We leave our head down near his hip, right? His strongest part in his body is going to be his hip. So I don't want to have it's one of my stronger points against his strong point, right? So when I'm in on my single leg or using any attack, I always want to keep my head in his chest, right? And I always want to posture him up with my head. My head is always going to be attacked, right? So if my head's kind of just floating down and he's falling on me, right, I'm going to have a hard time doing this, right? So I want to keep my head up on his chest, just right here. And so now I'm going to go split leg. I'm not going to lock my hands in this finish. So I'm going to have my hand that's around him up on his upper hamstring. Right here, I'm going to post this hand down. He's going to sprawl me, right? So now I'm keeping him up with my head, right? And so now I'm going to keep my outside leg down on my knee, and then I'm going to post up on this on my near foot right here that's on his body. And so now all I'm going to do is I'm going to knee slide into my opponent, and I'm going to wait to see what he does, right? So I'm going to knee slide into him right here. He's going to sprawl, retreating, right? So now his toes are planted right there, right? So if his toes are planted, he's going to help me help my feet up to my single leg right here. So now, right here, I was showing yesterday, I don't want to use my hands all the time when I'm fighting this leg, because if he starts pulling on my hands, right, and fighting that down, it's going to be hard to hold on. So for me, I want to use my chest and my elbows and my legs to kind of hold him in right here, right? So I'm locking him in right here. I'm using my belly button, and I want to make sure that his toe is pointing toward the ceiling. If his toe's kind of down, right, and his knee's down, and some of those guys kind of have that tricky knee, right? So I want to make sure that I keep this toe is pointing towards the ceiling, right? And then now I'm going to bring my belly button. I'm going to pull it over his knee right here, and then I'm going to have my stance almost like I'm playing baseball, and I'm in like I'm in a batter's box right here, right? I don't want my feet staggered. I kind of want to have it like a play baseball movement. So I'm going to have his legs in the air, right? So I'm going to split up. I'm not even going to his toe up. I'm wrapping my belly button kind of over it right here, and then now all I'm going to do is just I'm not even using my hands, right? I'm touching my knees, my elbows right here. Now all I'm going to do is just pull my chest down and always make sure that he lands first, right? Because if I land with him and he starts rolling around, that's kind of how I get tossed through, right? And always same thing, always looking for wrist on the way down, always looking for your back foot. Right? Now the other one, if he sprawls and he throws over my head, and he tries to cover my head with his outside hip, right? As soon as he's covering my head, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my shoulder. Now I'm going to bump him forward a little bit. I'm going to have my arm go straight. And once my arm comes straight, I'm going to sit back with my toe. And I'm going to roll my head. Right? Once I roll my head, I don't want to go double leg because I get caught in the underhook right here. Right? So I want to come through right in the high crotch. I want to make sure my hips are always in. And now I'm using the same finish that I just showed. Again, I'm still using my chest, I'm using my body, right? I'm elevating, I'm posting up right here. All right, so when I'm in on his leg right here, and he, as soon as they cover my head with his hips, right, I'm gonna use this shoulder, I'm gonna change my shoulder direction, I'm gonna bump him forward. As I bump him forward, I'm gonna have this arm come straight, right? My arm coming straight is gonna allow me to sit back with my heel and roll my head through. One more time, I have my hand up on his upper hamstring right here. His hand's posted, my outside knee's down. He sprawls and he covers my head. Once he covers my head, I'm gonna give pressure into him. Right, I'm gonna throw my shoulder into him. And now I'm gonna have this arm go straight. I'm gonna sit back on the heel. I'm gonna roll my head to the outside, right to my high crunch finish. Right to the 2. All right, let's give it a try. 3, 2.